If a reader tells you the future is gloomy, get rid of the reader. Hey guys, it's John sitting here in my living room on a really wet and rainy day outside, enjoying being inside with a lovely mug of coffee, having a fabulous conversation with my friends here on YouTube. I love watching readers and psychics and all the astrologers and tarot card readers and on YouTube. I just find it fascinating. But there is a trend right now where there is this push to declare that the future is going to be a doom and gloom experience. Whenever I see that, that's one reader I will not go back to because the future is not set. The future is substance waiting for direction. And there's nothing that's fated, destined, or pre-planned that's out there. And when somebody's telling you the future is going to be doom and gloom, that is more than likely their beliefs that they're seeing. They have a negative view of the world, and so they're creating this idea of a doom and gloom. Every time that I've read something or had a reader tell me something that was going to be doom or gloom, in all of the years that I've been doing this, and I've been doing this for a long, long, long time, since the 90s easily. And every time someone has said doom or gloom, it has never been a doom or gloom scenario. Never. Not once. And so when I see someone using doom and gloom for clickbait or using doom and gloom for making themselves feel powerful, like they're the ones who are warning the world of this horrific thing that's about to happen, I see it for what it is. It's their personal belief system playing out in public. Well, my personal belief system is that the world is becoming more positive. And it's interestingly enough, we have the anomalies as they present themselves, the ones that are not positive, as they present themselves, an opposition to that arises and new changes are made to fix those things. Our world is growing quicker and faster. But what's it doing? It's streamlining to the more loving. It's streamlining to the more positive. It's clearing away the things that are antithetical to the world we all want to live in. That's what's happening in the world right now. But to say that something is going to happen and to specifically put the public's mindset into doom and gloom, I think you're doing a great disservice to humanity and you're slowing progress down. Why not stay focused on we can create a beautiful future as opposed to telling people the last 6 months of this year will be a catastrophe and civil wars and all that stuff. They said the same thing when a certain candidate was brought into court, that there was going to be an uprising and all this stuff. It didn't happen. People didn't show up. Why? Because they saw when they did show up, they ended up in jail, right? So it comes down to the things that are negative in the world are being addressed. But when you focus on the negative in the world and then you believe the negative in the world, then you start thinking it's negative in the world. And if you're a reader who promotes yourself as a psychic who knows the future, and you start telling the world that it's negative, that the world's going to be negative in the future, then you're the one creating a negative future because you're making people believe in a fear-based thing. Now, why do I know this? I did over 700 private sessions last year. And you'll notice I call them sessions, not readings. But I did over 700 of them last year. The most fearful people were the people who were believing the fear-based stories. They believe these tales, especially in a political year. They're claiming that the other side is, a communist or all kinds of names and things of that nature. None of it's true. None of it's true. But when the people get succumbed into it, people come to my sessions, and a lot of times they're terrified because they've started to believe what people are telling them about the future. The world, as I said, is a more predominantly beautiful place. The people who are usually having the doom and gloom predictions are older. They lived through the Cold War. They lived through the suspicion of others. You know, the children coming up tomorrow are far more loving, far more caring, far more creating a world that is inclusive. And that means the world is going to get better and better and better. It's not going to be doom and gloom. It's going to be positive because we create our world. What you think you become, you create your world. Thank you, Mr. Buddha. Right? That's what he said. Right? Thought by thought, you forge your destiny. Well, if you're thinking doom and gloom, you're creating doom and gloom and you're forging doom and gloom. So if you've been following a reader and they start telling you the future is going to be this disarray and craziness and all that stuff, get rid of the reader, because it's the reader that's in error, because it's the reader that's making the assertions that they know the future is going to be this with an absolute ideology. There are no absolutes in the future. The world is what we create it to be. And when you have that in your mindset, you realize that I'm going to create my part of the world as a beautiful, loving place. Then your part of the world will become a beautiful and loving place. And then the people around you will see that and they'll take your beliefs, because everyone wants to go to the positive, not the negative. It always comes back to, if the reader's telling you doom and gloom, they're not the reader for you. Put yourself back into the positive mindset and realize the future is only what you believe it to be. And you can change the world right now, but it starts with you. The world is changed one person at a time, and that person is you. So take this one moment and decide that you're not living into a doom and gloom world, and focus on living into a positive world. you know, this is what all of the teachers say. The Bhagavad Gita, that the line "thought by thought you forge your destiny" is followed by, "to keep your mind focused on the positive rather than the negative is the austerity of the mind." It's talking about coming back to this space and remaining positive. Mother Teresa didn't go to the anti-war rally. She would go to the pro-peace rally, because she wasn't focused on the conflict and the danger and the armor and the war and the struggle and the violence. She was focused on a peaceful world. Put yourself into the peaceful world and create that around yourself, and the world will then give you the life that you're looking for, the experience you're looking for. It'll give you the idea that you're looking for. And when that reader says that it's doom and gloom, say, no, it's not. I'm creating a beautiful world, and go on to your life. And that's my thought on this. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.